Hello to my Sagittarius. This is Queen Amara coming to you with your general reading, Sagittarius. This reading is for the 22nd through the 29th of October. Happy new moon in Scorpio. Happy new moon in Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into it. Let's see what this new moon looks like for you. This is an opportunity to purge any relationships where you feel like in the past were not sacred. With you feel like we're not sacred. Not necessarily where you may have felt like you wasted your time, but you just feel like we're just not sacred. You get a chance to say, okay, you know what? I can close out a cycle in love and just move on, okay? You're not holding on to it. You're not holding on to any low vibrating energy. So I am valued by my community. There you go. Valued by my community. There it is. All right, let's go. Here we go. See what's going on. Let's see what is going on, Sagittarius. Let's go. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. You are rule 9th house. All right, so yeah, as far as family is concerned, you may feel like your back was against the wall. And you may not have felt like you were nurtured as far as family is concerned. You could have felt like you were just kind of over it. And as far as family and ancestry was concerned, you could have felt like you were just kind of over it, right? And the challenge, you could have felt like there was a lot of going on, but sores were in your back. And you know, things that were going on behind your back. Because you could have grown up where you were around people who were talking about people behind their backs, right? And so for you could have felt like your back was against the wall. You know, you could have wanted some answers about something. And this is what you could have seen growing up. A lot of people talking about people behind their backs, right? So that wasn't uncommon. There's always two sides to a story, right? So, but you are valued by your community and but yeah, you're closing out cycles in love. You prayed about something and you moved on. Yeah, you saved yourself. Here we have the 3 of Cups here. Yep. So in between 4 of Cups and Knight of Cups, you saved yourself. Some people could have thought that you had something going on with a love thing going on behind closed doors. You could have love coming across your path now. But some people thought that you had love going on behind closed doors, you know, like the love connection. You could have. I mean, I don't know. But a lot of people were talking about you behind closed doors like you had, you know, like you were talking to somebody. So the Knight of Cups connects us with the number 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So some people were inspired by saying, you know, they felt like, you know, you had love going on behind closed doors, right? So family, somebody talked to a family member and or family members and felt like you had love going on behind closed doors. Maybe you did. I don't know. I mean, this is just a reading, so take only what resonates with you. And they felt like they needed to be saved. They felt like they needed you to save them in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or they needed somebody to save them. It would have been better maybe if somebody talked to you, I guess. They may not have felt valued by their community. In some way, shape, form, or fashion. And they could have felt like people were talking about them, secretly talking about them or bullying them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I felt like, you know, people have moved on, but somebody... I feel like maybe you cleared some things up. Here we have the 10 of Cups here. Your psychic gifts let you know something was going on, whoever you are, but you put an end to something. Your psychic gifts put an end to something, but your wishes have been fulfilled, right? Major transformation have gone on. Major transformation has happened here. Because we're looking at the number 13, somebody has made a major transformation. I feel like somebody was experiencing some major anxiety too, but a lot of it had to do with who they were around as well. They were dealing with some major anxiety. Somebody was putting some fire up under somebody to find out what was going on with you behind closed doors. And that's really what it was going on. Somebody wanted to know what was going on in your life. it was causing them some anxiety. People were talking about you. That's what this is, right? So here we have the Two of Wands here. Instead of people asking you directly, people were putting fire up under somebody else. Yeah, anyway. So you have a whole lot of opportunities coming across your path, right? I see somebody has now become a lot more mature, a lot more structured, a lot more authoritative, you know, and this is someone's son or grandson here. I see you being a lot more successful. I see you being able to defend your decision and move on from some things without coming across as defensive. And this could be them too. So they're definitely not going back to lying about something as far as you're concerned. What's going on behind closed doors with you. This is your son or grandson. And I do see being very clear. Being very, very clear. So that's it. That's it. That's your reading. So you are valued by your community. So somebody felt like their back was against the wall, but invite help. So invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. Some people want to know what was going on in your life behind closed doors. Somebody felt like they had to create something, I guess. Anyway, strength. So people see you as a very strong person. This is really just you showing yourself some compassion, pouring into yourself, showing yourself some compassion. People see you as a very structured, balanced out person. Yeah. Here we have, two cards came out with this chakra card. We had the throat chakra, came out twice, right? Yeah. Looks like you were being pulled out in two different directions. Stretched out in two different directions, both in your personal and your professional life, right? And so, yeah, you could have been just overwhelmed. So again, I'm saying just in you inviting help, you inviting help, you could be you could be a person who is in a leadership position and just kind of sort of like, really needing some help. So I feel like you can be maybe like just relying on your community. It takes a village. So you could just be relying on your community for help, just kind of sort of helping you with some things. Because I do see you as a leader, just kind of sort of helping you in whatever area you may need help with. So that's cool, right? So somebody never stopped loving you. Your next love interest will make you happier. So yeah, I don't see somebody in a love relationship right now. So I don't see you necessarily in love. I feel like you saved yourself, but I don't feel like you're in a love relationship. I feel like you were probably being pulled in many different directions. You could have had a lot of different things going on. Maybe like working. You could have been working. You could have been having like maybe 2 or 3 jobs or something. Like you could have been working multiple jobs. Like who has time to be dating if you got several jobs going on? You could have been fell flat on your face. Oh my God. Yeah, so you could have had several jobs. You could have been in a leadership position, like maybe you were trying to juggle certain things. Yeah, I don't see that you saved yourself. You were working. Somebody was working. So you could have, you could have had several jobs. So anyway, yeah, so relax. Anyway, drink more water as a form of self-care. Yeah, people wanted to know what was going on behind closed doors, and instead of them asking you, they pressed somebody else. So you're not looking back. Yeah, you're not looking back. So toss something into a burning bowl. Anyway, somebody misses you. Sacral chakra cleanse. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where you're purging. So somebody misses you. Speak something into existence. Pour into yourselves more. The new one is extra special. Yeah, you're protected by angels. And so check your request list again. So, yeah. So somebody wants the best for you. And I see you getting focused. And gift of clairsentience. You pick up on others' vibrations, their emotions, and their mood, and their feelings. So I feel like I'm talking to a workaholic, whoever you are. I feel like you are a person who is a very hardworking person. So this is where the inviting help comes in. So you're starting out here, starting out with water. Your energy is very magnetic. So I could see why people may be assuming something. Maybe be assuming, your back is against the wall, but it's more of a projection than anything. That's what the Four of Cups here is. People could assume like your back is against the wall, okay, well, this person may be bored. They may have love in their life. Looks like, you could be traveling. You could be just, for real. Some people are just, you work and go to, go home. I don't know, maybe work and go home and go to bed. Who knows? Anyway, people want to know, they just should ask. But obviously, you don't have a relationship with these people for them to be asking somebody else, because somebody's back felt like they was against the wall. So whatever. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Continue on this this moon phase for you. Last quarter moon phase, rest. New moon phase, rest. Right? Be very intentional about resting in these moon phases, because we have the first quarter moon phase that comes up on the 29th, and that's when you're taking action. So we're going to have a first quarter moon in Aquarius on the 29th. Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. That'd be a great time to volunteer for somebody if you're going to volunteer. If you have any, if you've been thinking about, because holidays, think about if you want to like volunteer, any humanitarian efforts. If you can think about, there's plenty of places, plenty of people who need help doing something. If you find something to do, pray about it. While you're resting right now, think about it. Right? Think about it. Aquarius is an air sign. So, you're valued by your community. Think about any kind of like humanitarian efforts you may think somebody may need a little extra few hours of. I don't know. You know how people can be like creative. Like maybe I heard something on social media one time where people just kind of sort of sit in, what is it? Oh man, I saw this on Instagram one time. I don't want to say like sit and listen to people's problems, because that's like not necessarily protecting your ear gate and eye gate, and that's just like the vibration of sound. You gotta be careful with that too. I don't know, maybe maybe volunteering, like going somewhere, maybe just like maybe going to like senior citizen facilities or whatever, maybe volunteer reading books, or if you have like donating food to like food drives and stuff like that. I don't know, like whatever it is you think you can do to just like brighten somebody's day in those those regards, doing stuff like that. But get focused. But that's what I'm seeing for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.